YouTube, what is going on? It is Saturday, July 12th, 2014. On this video, we will be talking about the Miami Heat and what LeBron James has left behind. Has this team kind of hit a rebuilding mode? Are they still going to be relevant? Are they still going to be competitive? Um, when you lose a player like LeBron James, um, once in a generation player, once almost in a lifetime player, um, you know, of course you're going to be a little down, but you got to understand, when you have someone running the ship like Pat Riley, who's a proven champion, he's lasted in so many different eras of basketball, starting with the Lakers, then going to the Knicks, now going to the Heat, and made championship teams out of every single one of those, respective teams, and switch their teams into just championship, what have you. What more can you say? I mean, Pat Riley's not going to sit around. The only way I see the Miami Heat actually going down and going into a complete rebuilding mode is when he leaves, which doesn't seem to be anytime soon. They actually just signed Chris Bosh. He was rumored to go to Houston. They had a rumor that Chris Bosh was getting a contract offer from Houston, $88 million over 4 years. Um, so that didn't pan out. The whole rumor mill was just churning out the same thing over and over. LeBron James leaves Miami, Chris Bosh is gone. It didn't happen. Right after LeBron James announced, he announced at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on Friday, which was yesterday, on July 11th, 2014. LeBron James about 10:30 to 11 o'clock announced. Right about 6 o'clock Eastern time on Friday, which was yesterday, Chris Bosh, the Miami Heat, and himself and his representative released news that he's going to be coming back to Miami. No word yet on is Dwyane Wade going to be coming back, which you have to assume he is. He's not going to leave. He's been there too long. Him and Pat Riley and Mickey Arison and all the staff, they have just too much of a relationship. Dwyane Wade, I can't. It's like one of those things. It's like, seeing Michael Jordan in a different uniform, that was crazy. Seeing LeBron in a different uniform when he came to the Heat, that's just crazy. But once you hit the point of no return, when you've just played for a team and given so much to a city, and you're just like an icon in that city, like Dwyane Wade is, he's not going anywhere. If the Miami Heat said, Dwyane, we can only give you $8 million this year. We want to bring in some other pieces. We want to make sure that you have one last chance to win another title. He'll probably take it. I mean, his representatives and his agents and everyone around him, his family, they'd probably tell him no, but he would probably do it. I mean, he's made so much money in his career with, he was endorsed by Jordan Brand. Now he's endorsed by Li Ning. He has Stance socks that have a big contract with him for his clothing and sock line. He has Gatorade, a multitude. I mean, he has a couple other smaller companies. I see him on TV all the time. I can't think of it. There's like a cooling towel he endorses now. Plus other endorsements he has around Miami. Car dealerships, this and that. Dwyane Wade is not searching for money. Okay, I guess when you get to that point, and I'll never know this, you'll never know this, most people won't know this. When you have $100 million sitting in the bank, okay, and you're looking, you're kind of debating, do I take $8 million for my contract this year, or do I take $12 million this year? It's irrelevant. I mean, you have so much money, you and your family couldn't spend it if you tried. Okay, so the money is irrelevant. At the end of the day, happiness has to be number one, and I think he's going to be happy in Miami. Does something crazy happen where he goes to Cleveland? I wouldn't say it's possible or it's going to happen, but I've been shocked before. I don't think anyone saw him coming to Miami or joining forces with LeBron, and LeBron leaving Cleveland to come to Miami in 2010. I really thought he was going to Chicago. I thought, if he left, I think the only place he was going to go was either Chicago or maybe New York. I didn't see Miami as a destination for him at all, and I think I speak for all you guys. I don't think anyone saw that. But if Wade comes back to Miami, for this upcoming season, you're gonna have Chris Bosh locked up, 5 years, $118 million. Just I still can't get my head around that Chris Bosh is being offered max money at this point in his career, but that's neither here nor there. You got Dwyane Wade probably coming back. We'll put him down as yes. You also have Norris Cole. Have a lot of respect for this kid. He's a competitor. He's just a little undersized, but he's a competitor. I think Mario Chalmers is out. Haven't heard anything about him coming back. And the rest of your roster is going to be, you got Shabazz Napier out of UConn. That was a fantastic pickup in the draft. Other players you're going to have, Birdman might come back. You might have Ray Allen come back. Who knows? He might go to Cleveland, which I kind of would lean towards, but it's a possibility he comes back to Miami. Greg Oden's probably going to be back. Michael Beasley's probably going to be back. I mean, that right there, Oden and Beasley, those are two former number one picks. So don't ever think that they can't do anything. They still have something left in the tank. And Greg Oden has a lot to prove. So does Beasley. Beasley has a lot to prove. So I think they'll be all right. Obviously, I don't see them being a dynasty or on the brink of dynasty like they were. Losing LeBron is a devastating blow. But it's not like when he left Cleveland. Cleveland didn't have anybody on the team back in 2010 after he left. LeBron leaves Miami this time. He leaves it in better shape than he left Cleveland. You still have two Hall of Famers, Bosh and Wade. You still have two guys that are probably going to be in the All-Star game next year, Bosh and Wade. And you have an up-and-coming, three up-and-coming players. You have Shabazz Napier, Norris Cole, and, I guess you could still put Beasley in that conversation, because him being under the wing of Pat Riley, he's not going to be getting into legal trouble he was getting into in Phoenix or in Minnesota or, other teams that he was a part of. So, we'll see where it goes. I know that the city of Miami, as much flack as I love to give them, as much flack as most people love to give them, I know that if they put a quality team on the court, people will come. Okay, if they're bad, no one's going to the Miami Heat games. It's not like you're in New York or Brooklyn or Boston or Cleveland or other teams like the Suns, the Spurs. Those are teams where you put a bad product on the floor, fans are still coming out. That's just what they do. Those are basketball towns. Miami's not really a basketball town. It was turned into a basketball town once they started winning, which I'm pretty sure most teams are like that. Most cities are like that. So I think Miami's going to be a 40 to 45 win team this year. Probably anywhere between I see them ending up anywhere between 2 to 5 in the East. Who knows? Maybe they can make a splash. Do I see them making the NBA Finals next year? Probably not. Chicago or Cleveland is probably going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. But it remains to be seen. What does Pat Riley have up his sleeve? Is there any way he can somehow get Kevin Love in a sign and trade or figure something out? And 2015 free agency summer, a lot of people are coming out. Maybe they get a Rondo. Maybe Kevin Love doesn't sign an extension and somehow comes down. They don't give up anything. It remains to be seen. What do you guys think? The Miami Heat, are they going to be good next year? Are they going to be bad next year? Let me know. Also, shoot me some emails or leave some comments. I want to have some questions from you guys. You guys write me questions. I'll make videos based on just your question. I'll answer them, and we'll have kind of a Q&A through videos. So I really want to expand my channel. I appreciate all the guys that have been viewing it, you guys with your comments and just, emails all the time. I appreciate that. This has been That NBA Guy, Josh. I appreciate you watching. Everyone have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.